Okay, so ordinarily this isn't even the type of topic that I would cover on this channel. It's not really something that I personally get into, but I like to think that this represents part of my character growth. If you've been around for the entirety of this channel, the Talk to Sex Productions YouTube channel, then you would know that at the beginning, I was upset about the current state of Star Wars. I have matured. I've gotten less upset about the portrayal of certain female characters in regards to how they compare with male characters. I've gotten over that stuff at large. I still don't like the writing on those movies, but 18-year-old me and 21-year-old me are two different people. However, I have been upset with a certain female pillar in current Star Wars, not so much in the movies, but in the television. And you probably already know who I'm talking about. Gina Carano, the actress that plays Cara Dune in The Mandalorian, has gotten some flack from the community for a number of things that she has said / done on social media. Some of them are going to be a little bit difficult to gain because they're on Twitter, and she blocked me on Twitter, so I'm going to have to do a little bit of research to try to find these things and show them to you. But primarily, the main reasons that people are upset with her is because she has mocked the trans community and has treated, the virus that's still plaguing a lot of places and making life generally difficult to do most things. I forgot how I saw that sentence. She's made light of it. She's made light of wearing masks, practicing social distancing, keeping things under control to make sure that we neutralize the spread of this virus. But certain groups of people just don't want to do any of that. They got to get back to their polo games or whatever. Just how that goes. Now, I have not gotten my review of The Mandalorian out, but in my notes to talk about, I did have a section where I was like, we have to separate art from artist. I like Cara Dune, however you're supposed to say her name. I like her in the show, but that doesn't mean that I support Gina's stances or that I agree with them or that I respect her as an individual, as a person that exists, because quite frankly, I well and truly don't. However, I understood Lucasfilm and Disney not acting just yet because she hadn't truthfully done anything outright harmful. What she has said or done could be misconstrued as coming from a lack of understanding or just being oblivious to, the thoughts and feelings of other people and not quite knowing how to say things without saying stupid things that come across as attacks to an oppressed or marginalized group of people. But what actually got her fired from her job on The Mandalorian, you're not gonna believe this, she compared the persecution and attempted mass genocide towards a group of religious people in the eastern part of the world, part of the world during the 1930s and 40s by a certain military power from that same general part of the world. If you are educated beyond the 4th grade level, then you know what I'm talking about. I'm trying not to get demonetized in this video. She compared that horrific act in the world's history to disliking a person because of their political views. And what's funny is that for as much as conservatives like to call liberals snowflakes, oversensitive, crybabies with no spine and don't know how to take a joke or let things roll off your back, this is how they act. You wouldn't see Shoe on Head comparing conservatives not liking her to that thing in particular that happened. That was a terrible thing that affected millions of people, and the trickle down is still affecting people. And they don't like to be reminded of it, and they damn sure don't want to have it made light of by somebody who's upset that she doesn't have an echo chamber that agrees with her that pronouns are stupid, or that you shouldn't wear masks, or that social distancing is pointless. It blows my mind. I get it, right? We're all very opinionated people. Our thoughts and feelings toward things help build our identity, and we like to be validated in those opinions. However, if those opinions could lead to somebody doing something harmful or viewing a group of people that don't do anything to anybody in a negative light because you think that the fact that they want to be called a certain thing is a problem, or that it inconveniences you in such a drastic way that you have to take to Twitter to voice your frustration about it. That's when it becomes a problem. And of course, people that share her views would call this silencing somebody or censoring somebody. I mean, it's not like she got her account taken away. She can continue to say whatever she wants. However, when you choose to play a character in a family brand like Star Wars or Marvel or DC, I should have said DC. I don't really understand what's going on with them. When you take on a role like Cara Dune in The Mandalorian, or like Iron Man or Spider-Man, you are held accountable on a level unlike most other actors, most other people. Cara is playing a badass female. Gina was playing a badass female character on the show. She was doing cool things, and girls that watch the show might look up to her, might respect her, might see her as some sort of hero or icon. If you have that level of influence, it's extremely irresponsible to say things that could be construed as transphobic, or say things that are outright anti-mask, or say things that are culturally and kind of racially insensitive. I mean, Jewish people aren't just like, oh, I feel like being Jewish. They have historical ties to a certain piece of land, which makes them not just a religious group, but a race. If you say things that are disparaging or insensitive about the treatment of Jewish people, you're making a racially insensitive comment. You can't really do that and expect Disney to continue to pay you. Now, this has nothing to do with the fact that she's a woman. My opinion on this is that this is a good step. This is a step in the right direction. I've been wanting her to get fired ever since her transphobic stuff in the past. However, there's still work to be done. Amber Heard. Let's hold her responsible. Let's hold her accountable for what she did, what we know she did. Isn't Disney moving forward with Pirates of the Caribbean with Amber Heard? That's kind of suspicious if you ask me. I'm glad that they took executive action against Gina. But we're not done yet. There's still more to do. Again, this isn't just me being a Star Wars fan and be like, well, burn women, Like I said, nothing to do with the fact that she's a woman, everything to do with the fact that she said something incredibly stupid. And she has a history of doing that. And she expects the internet to just be an echo chamber that just repeats her opinions back to her infinitely to validate her. I don't get it. I really don't get it. On the bright side, though, Pedro Pascal's playing Joel in The Last of Us. That's pretty cool. What do you guys think about what happened to Gina? Do you think that this is fair? Do you think it's an overreaction? Do you think it is trying to silence or censor her? Or have you been waiting for her to get fired from the show for a while like myself? Whatever it is, whatever you think, I'm below, educate me, and as always, more videos from me, go ahead and click somewhere on the screen. It'll take you to another video of mine. I'll see you very soon.